Hey guys, this is William,
And Nathan.
and we're back with another video for Play-agricola.com's YouTube channel and twitch.tv/play_agricola. We're playing a G4, G5 game. Let me sit down.
Not a tournament game.
Not a tournament game, no. It'll just have too many new cards that you're not familiar with. So, yeah. I mean, even in this one, there's a couple that you haven't seen before.
In tournament games, are there different rules that you need to follow?
No, not generally. People are maybe a little more strict, but
Okay, yeah, we're playing with Textile, Payne, and Thatcher. Alright, so what I see here is Bricklayer, Turkey Breeder. Inventor's not that good looking. And Dunk Collector is really good.
Inventor can be interesting. Like if you took Bricklayer and got Inventor back, that saves you a stone on pottery, on the ovens, saves you a clay on the cooking hearth,
That's pretty good.
saves you a stone on the well. Yeah, no, it's not bad.
And Turkey Breeder seems better than though.
Turkey Breeder's good. Well, I would think maybe Bricklayer plus Inventor together.
Mm-hmm.
That would be the thing I would consider. The other thing you consider is Turkey Breeder and Dung Collector.
Mm-hmm.
That would be the other way I would go. What's behind Bricklayer? Groom. Okay, yeah, you don't need that. Late Bloomer is interesting, but it's like kind of it's pretty borderline. Like it's one of those cards where if you're in a position to get a lot of benefit from Late Bloomer, then you're probably not winning.
Let's take Bricklayer. It's a pretty simple card.
Okay.
And then maybe we get an Inventor back. Alright, Architect. Whenever you extend your home, get 2 food and 1 food for stables. That's not too bad. Or you can kind of just go heavy into building a room and then get 3 food or something.
Mm-hmm.
It's not too bad actually. And then Patron's pretty okay.
Yeah, Patron's good.
Seems like another way of getting food.
Patron's an excellent card.
I usually like Patron, hoping for something else that combos with Patron would be even better, but odds of that happening are low.
I would read Businesswoman.
Businesswoman. Yeah, I should read all the cards. Whenever you play this card, you get to play 2 improvements. So we just play a fireplace and then get a cooking hearth? No.
Well, what you could do is you can build fireplace and pottery, or you can build well and cooking hearth or whatever, right?
Like, yeah, a minor and then a major, yeah.
Like you focus on good resource actions early on, and then you get to just kind of cash out with your businesswoman. I mean, I think there are lots of good cards here. Patron's a good card. Fence Dealer's a good card. I mean, for me, it's between Patron and Businesswoman. If we think Inventor's going to come back, then I really would like Businesswoman. Because, like...
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I've never played with it before. Patron's pretty easy to play, but it's kind of slow to start. This one's kind of a surprise. Let's try it out.
Yeah.
Okay. Wealthy man. If this is your first occupation, you get 1 bonus point for every improvement you have. It's not good.
Anti-combo with Businesswoman.
Yeah.
You know what there needs to be? There needs to be an occupation that lets you play other occupations as if they were your first occupation.
Yeah.
Like Forgetful Man or something like that. And it would only be good in combination with cards like Wealthy Man or Wealthiest European.
Understudy seems situationally okay. You can do like...
Yep. You go on plow twice at the end of the game.
Yeah.
Now it doesn't work on Family Growth even without room.
Oh,
But
no.
you can reno twice in round 14. You can Yeah, round twice, round 14. You go on plow twice. It's not bad. No.
None of these are really that good. Are you clipping your nails?
Yeah.
That's the sound everyone can hear. If there are
They
wood,
really needed it. I'm sorry.
what is this one though? It's confusing. Too many.
So
words.
mathematician, when there's 3 wood and 3 wood, you get to take one of those wood. When there's 4 clay and 4 clay, you get to take one of those clay.
Yeah.
It doesn't often pay off early in the game because early on people are taking the resource actions because there's not very many of them. Later on it can be.
I'm thinking of taking Fiddler or Understudy. Understudy, I guess you can do Plow twice, right?
Yeah, I really like Fiddler, but I know not everyone does, so. Like, Fiddler is kind of a planning card, but if you think, like, hey, I'm going to play a couple improvements in this round, then maybe it's worth something there.
It's a tough call. None of these are really that great.
Fiddler or Understudy is probably the way I'd go. I mean, Spring Worker is pretty good too, but we don't have any combos for it, so.
Head of the Revolution's nice.
Yeah.
Everyone knows it's there, but it's still nice to play.
Yeah.
Another one about playing majors or minors.
Yep.
It's not like we've had enough of these. Where we built stables. Huh.
I don't think I've ever played Alternative Designer.
That's kind of weird, yeah. At the start of the round, usually one sheep. Okay. Well, bricklayer. Play 1 less clay for each improvement, renovation, and room. We have to combo with bricklayer. It's their best card.
Yep. So I think there's 2, and one of them is Overachiever.
Mhm.
Overachiever makes it easier to play major improvements, and the other is Animal Tamer's Apprentice. Because with Bricklayer, we probably want to build a cooking hearth, and Animal Tamer's Apprentice gives you animals at the start of each round that you have in an empty room. So if we're able to build, say, 2 rooms at once, or if we build a room in round 5,
Yes.
and we have to wait in the family growth queue.
Dung collector. Inventor. So this is what we were hoping to get back. Because with bricklayer, inventor seems like it's gonna be 2 resources less if it's clay. Right?
Yep.
So
Well, I would quickly consider, so you don't want to discount
turkey breeder.
Turkey Breeder. Turkey Breeder's a great card, yeah.
Surprised turkey breeder came back.
Yeah, especially because we could use Animal Tamer's Apprentice to get a breeding pair of boar. I'm surprised. Yeah, I'm amazed that nobody took Turkey Breeder because Dung Collector's in this pile as well.
Inventor
And
seems
imagine if you got both.
Inventor seems like overkill in a way. Too many occupations that are about resource or improvements.
That's fair, yeah.
We can fit in turkey breeder early. Go. Yeah, and then we can build the fireplace early. Make sure we get the sheep.
Okay.
We just need 2 sheep, and then we can build an early fireplace with bricklayer. But that's gonna be like 2 ox, and then 1 clay grab.
Yeah, we have a ton of early occupations, but I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. Our opponents are passing these cards to us, so.
True.
Actually, you know what? If Wealthy Man got to Pain, he took it, right? 100%, because it's Pain.
I didn't know that.
Well, not 100%.
Yeah, Payne has a lot of experience. He's extremely good at this game.
He's good at some aspects. Well, he's a great player. He just doesn't play to win.
He's good at some
His goals. So the 3 Thatcher, Ted Style, and us, our goal is all to win. Payne's goal is to do something ridiculous and have fun doing that. and then if he wins, it's like a secondary benefit. That's my analysis of pain. Can you scroll all the way down to the bottom of the chat box just in case people are talking to us?
Nope, we're good. The fence builder seems fine. Seems fine, but we don't need it. We don't need really any of these, except for maybe architect if you're really hungry.
Yeah, the trouble with architect is when do you play it? Like you have to play it before you go build rooms.
Yeah.
Which is pretty awkward. But we know we're gonna build a stable, so like turkey breeder would give us a food back there. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, none of these are that good. I don't think I'll play any of these.
Yeah, Resource Slender plus Fiddler is pretty bad. I think I like Fiddler better.
Fence builder just in case we get locked. No, I can't do that. Was there one of the other day laborer cards?
No, I don't believe so.
Okay.
It's your call, really.
Architect, just cause.
Sure. Because you've never seen it before.
And understudy.
Absolutely. I'm amazed. There's some good combos that didn't get taken. Like Spring Worker plus Gardening Enthusiast is an excellent combo.
Okay, we got a lot of old-fashioned cards. Clayhead Extension's extremely nice. It's a 4-cost clay thing. Goes well with Bricklayer.
Yep.
Does it make it any cheaper with Bricklayer too?
Only one.
Just the one, not for 2 less for a room.
No, because you're not building the room. You're not paying normal costs for a room. You're paying the cost for the minor improvement.
The other good looking one is the plows.
Yeah.
This one's a plow so that's really nice. But it means we have to get plow so once. Which isn't too hard, but
it's Clayhead Extension.
No one's seen this card.
Clayhead Extension is fantastic, especially with a Bricklayer Architect game. Like
Businesswomen.
We can play it with Businesswomen. Like it's really, really good. The fact that you can start player build a room is very, very strong. Can I have the mouse for a second?
Sure thing.
I just want to pause this over here because we don't need it to be running.
I've actually never played with these G cards before.
Yeah, because the G deck, I think people were, when we were designed, well, I shouldn't say we, when it was being designed on this site, people were very worried about having the cards be too strong. And I think because of that, you have a few too many cards that are really weak. And so then people generally don't like playing the G deck because it has the that it's generally a bit weaker than EIK, and especially it's quite a bit weaker than France deck and WM. But it's got some great cards. It's got some really fantastic cards in it that it's a shame they don't get played more often. So yeah, I mean, you're playing a G limited set, so you won't see the worst of the G deck cards, but there's so many that are just so situational. Like,
okie dokie. Ooh, Stonehouse Extension.
God, you should have taken Inventor.
Inventor.
That's another 4 more cost card that you could have taken.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's extremely very true.
I mean, you could still take it, but Flower Pots and Driftwood are also very good.
With Stonehouse Extension, we would have to go for so many houses. It'd be like our 6th house would be the Stonehouse.
Well, so think about it this way: if you play Animal Tamer's Apprentice and you start player Clayhead Extension, then you collect a boar, and then that next turn you get
I see it.
Family Growth.
I see it too.
And you also get 2 food from Architect if you play Architect in time. Stonehouse Extension, you play it, you get 2 food from Architect, you get a cattle, like, I mean, Flower Pots with Bricklayers is exceptional. Driftwood is a good card, yep. I don't like it, I like it a little less with Fiddler, but it's still an exceptional card.
The card will get back. I really want Flower Pots back. I don't think we...
Flower Pots is really good. I think if you play Stonehouse Extension and grow in round 12 or 13, then you have a 5-room Stonehouse, and I have a hard time seeing us losing in that situation.
Yeah, it's really easy for us to get to Clay, and Clay is super cheap.
Yeah. And again, Animal Tamer Apprentice is a nice card, and the more often you can proc it, the more often you're getting
Oh man, Driftwood's just a great card. 3 wood, 1 point. And
Yeah.
we'll have 3 Ox out. Will Stonehouse extension ever come back to us?
I don't think so. But that's just me.
Because it is a passing.
What are the 4 best cards?
Well, it's Driftwood.
Flower Pots, Driftwood, Beanfield, and then after that, the rest are. I mean, March is okay. Animal Feed is really situational.
Yeah, I don't like March. Because well, maybe March is fine. It'll come back to us. Should I, like, the concern I have is that our stone, like, I guess we will need, like, 7 stone plus more stone for majors. That's a lot of stone.
Yep.
But, I mean, will this win us the game and Driftwood not? Oh, man. I mean, Flower Pots is good, too. They're all good.
Yeah.
This is, I need more, like, is Clay Head extension, Stone Head extension, like, you just have to get them.
I mean, I think like, considering the fact that you've taken Architect, okay?
Oh, okay.
The fact that you've got Animal Tamer's Apprentice, that you've got Bricklayer in your hand, I just think there's too many cool things you can do there to pass up on it.
Ooh, more passing minor. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. You can just get a little bit of emergency food, but that might come back to us.
Yeah, flea market you don't have to take here.
Barn
is really good.
a few more fields and
Yeah.
stables.
Barn is great, but it doesn't work with our setup.
No, because of turkey breeder, and we don't have many. Yeah, landing net. More reed. We're gonna need an okay amount of reed, not like a lot of reed, but
We'll need a lot of reed.
yeah, I think so.
2 for your wood room, 2 for each reno, 2 for Clayhead extension, Stonehouse extension.
I like landing nets. A very early miner.
Yeah.
It's good to have an early miner.
Yeah.
Harvest field.
Landing net's a great card to play with businesswomen too, I think.
I've never seen this card. I should read this. That's okay. 3 Ox, like 1 point.
The effect is really strong, but it's also really strong for your opponents.
Oh, okay. Each player, so everybody gets it. Okay. You can kind of time it like really early when you're the only one who has crops, which would be nice. Only you benefit from it. But we don't have early crops. Extra effort. When you play this card, you get a major improvement. Okay. That's funny. We need the extra effort. Our businesswoman, she's struggling. She needs extra effort. In each harvest, you can use the stonecutter salt to convert 1 stone to 3 food. No, thank you. We need our stone.
We do. I agree.
Sofa. Okay, well, sofa seems like a fun idea, but no, we got better things to do.
Sofa's not a fun idea. We're gonna do a 4-room game.
Yes.
If you have a 4-room, if you have a 2-room house at the end, you've totally failed this game.
This is stone. This is stone. Too expensive, right?
Beehive oven is pretty nice. The problem is, it's gonna be hard to make work.
So we get our stone back with ruins.
Yep, but yes, you do. Yep. The problem is you can't use it. So you
Yeah.
have to be extremely patient. And you have to get. Thing is, you have to get 3. What is it? 4 stone. You have to get 4 stone early in the game and not spend it. Which, I mean, for me, it's probably better to build a well.
I like this one. It's wood, basically. When you play this card, you
Yep.
get...
Yeah, paddocks. Yeah, that looks fine.
And passing is fun. 'Cause we want to pass everything to Thatcher. Nothing here is that good. Fishing rod, maybe. You can renovate... Oh! Okay, maybe this one, actually.
I like builder's trowel here because there's a chance that we don't build a wood room. And then what could you do if you didn't build a wood room?
And, well, we also want... what do we do? We can build...
Okay,
cleaners.
so
But we got an immediate renovate. Like, even if
right.
it's round 7
So
right
if
now.
we don't build a wood room, there's a play here that we could do. There's a combination
Well, stone...
involving builder's trowel.
Yeah, because we want early reno, so we get our clay hut extension.
Right, but if early reno doesn't come and we don't get to enough wood, there's a combo we can play.
What are you thinking, Will? Just tell me.
No, it's 3 cards. One of them is Builder's Trowel.
The other one's businesswoman.
Yes. And what's the third card?
Well, I thought it was clay hut extension.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, I said
you
clay
play
hut.
businesswoman, you reno, and then you play clay hut extension, and no one it would be like unblockable because no one would be able to see it coming. Yeah.
Do we need more passing miners? This is a serious question.
Whether you take a card, the fact that it's passing is
Flea market's
minor.
passing too.
You should be looking at what's the strength of the card. Is it good?
Okay, apprenticeship is not probably a play. Flea market could be. It's a free thing to play. It's nice and easy.
Apprenticeship, I think, is something worth considering.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine we get Reedstone food in round 1. If we get Reedstone food in round 1, what does that mean?
There's a lot of things it could mean actually.
Okay, but if we get Reedstone food, what action spaces are? If we're going on Reedstone food, we're not going somewhere else.
Well, ox.
Yes. Okay. And then if we get Reedstone food round 1, what should our second action be?
Start player.
And
Landing net.
yes. And then we go on to read or Reedstone food again.
Right.
And that means, in all likelihood, all other 3 players will have played an occupation at that point. Maybe even 2 occupations, in which case apprenticeship would be another occupation space for us to go on. And it's a start player action, which lets us go on Reedstone food again. And then if we go on Reedstone food 3 times early, we can businesswoman build the well.
Ooh, I like building the well. Okay. Let's move these cards now. So we are last to go. So we're not getting Reedstone food. What should we do instead? 3 wood?
Well, you don't know what you're going to get. There's a chance someone's going to play for Wealthy Man, in which case you'll get Occupation. And if you get Occupation, it's more... 3 wood is not a question. If 3 wood comes to you, that's what you're going to take. But the question is, if you get Occupation, what would you play?
Alright, I'm going to ask Will to now fix our things here. All these windows need to be adjusted. And Will knows just how to do it. Okay, so the wood immediately gets taken, so we are getting an Ock.
What did I say? Thinking about taking 3 wood or not, that's not a question.
I know, I was just kidding.
It's if that's what's left to you, that's what's left to you, so you do it. You're what you want to think about is oh my, are you kidding me?
Yeah, paying off the patron.
Are you kidding me?
Alright.
Oh my goodness. What is going on?
So first thing is fences, no sheep. We either do bricklayer, so we get our clay early, and then hope to get a... Yeah, I like bricklayer.
No, you shouldn't play bricklayer.
I should play turkey breeder? Or fiddler?
Fiddler, yeah.
Okay. I'm fine with fiddler. Give it a little try.
Bricklayer is not going to come into effect for another 2 rounds. Fiddler could come into effect this round.
Yeah, because of the major minor space not appearing. And we don't really need sheep if sheep's late. Fiddler, we get food. So...
You should read Fiddler.
Exactly. We do get food only on even number spaces. So, round number 1, we'll get a wood if we don't get any resources.
Yeah.
Is food a resource? Like day labor?
It's read it again. If you did not receive any
building resource, of course. Gotta read the whole card.
Yeah. Yeah, don't... I won't make comments about popular YouTubers that don't read the whole thing. What are you doing?
Trying to find patron. There it is. Found it. We're gonna have so many of these windows open at the end of the game.
It's really upsetting me.
It's gonna lag the computer for sure.
It's not gonna lag the computer, but that's why. It's just messy.
But that's the beauty of computers, you know. They can hold infinite things.
Hey, Nathan, what are you gonna do with your move?
Plow a field or take a grain. I don't mind plowing a field, but it's not that big of a deal.
I think you have no need for fields.
Okay, start interior designers being played at not bad. Should I take the grain? Or should I...
Well, so the 2 wood space is 2 wood.
Right.
The grain space is a grain plus.
We'll get 4 wood back if Pain does Reedstone food, otherwise we get Reedstone food. So what we get back later is going to be 4 wood or Reedstone food, right?
That's absolutely true, yeah.
Grain or field is what I'm thinking.
I would take grain. Because with grain you can build clay oven. You've forgotten something.
Yeah, plus wood. Put in wood. W. Oop.
Yeah, grain could be 4 or 5 food later, which is much more valuable to us. In it, like if 4 food in round 9 is much more valuable to us than 2 points at the end of the game.
Oh, we play Tudor. Amazing. Amazing. He gets, if he plays all his ox.
Oh my goodness! Why are you This is why you don't have a million windows open, because you're clicking and dragging and screwing everything else up.
Oh, whoops. That was weird.
Just no. Just okay.
Well, this should...
Yes, there should be 2 clay on it. Yes. What are you doing? Just move it normally.
Reedstone food or 4 wood?
I mean, you can't go wrong with either. I probably read stone food because then you can play landing net.
Right. I should probably move this thing here so we can actually fit the cards. There you go. Now I can see them. Dear. So that means he's gonna get probably 5 points. But he gets food each time, so yeah. Patron Tutor is just a classic combo. Nothing outrageous about that. That's a very classic combo. I think Payne's gonna have a normal game today.
Payne passed us patron, so that means he took something crazy instead. Look at it that way.
Why is it like that? Hut builder. We'll take or I guess we get a starting player, but the 3 was
when you're
fine.
second, I don't think you need to start player.
Yeah. It's weird when I'm holding down the click, sometimes it just does like a rapid click.
So click and drag.
I'm scared of clicking and dragging because
because what you're doing is you're grabbing images. So like if you click and drag on Hut Builder, that's creating a box, right? And that's grabbing the image. So click and drag.
Right. Well, that's what I was trying to do. But when I hold down the click, sometimes it just does like a rapid click.
Well, because you're not holding it down.
It's weird. All the free space. There you go.
Click and drag.
You can check the whale oil. Okay.
So what's Thatcher gonna do?
Well, probably go on the fishing spot.
Yeah, because if he doesn't, someone else will go on the fishing spot.
Mm-hmm.
So try to guess So we have an idea of what Thatcher will do. What will Tetstyle? Oh wow, he's greedy.
Hard to tell what Tetstyle will do. He has not much going. Probably
I
take
think his
wood.
move is pretty obvious. He'll take wood so that he can build the first room.
Yeah, looks
Look
like
at
it.
look at how good his resources are. He plowed instead of doing star player. He hasn't played an occupation yet. He's gonna do one of the 3 wood actions.
One might
It's possible he plays an off, but I would guess he plays a 3
What?
wood action.
right. One might come back to him.
Well, he ignored the cheap the free occupation space last round. So that tells me, because Payne got the expensive and the cheap one. So that tells me that Tet Style doesn't want to play an occupation early. And we know now why Thatcher didn't, because he was waiting for his whale oil.
All right. What we want to do is we want to build 2 more ox, probably Turkey Breeder and Bricklayer.
Oh, he played, and of course I say that, and then he plays an occupation.
Yeah.
Okay, he has a 4 wood ox. So it still pushes him towards the first room. That's why the 4 wood ox are so strong.
So yeah, we want to get Turkey Breeder out so we can get 2 sheep maybe next time. I guess 2 sheep isn't that big of a deal, but I'm thinking Turkey Breeder now, maybe, and because no one has any fireplaces yet. It's interesting.
If you're gonna play it, I would play it next round,
Next round, you sure?
because next round is a good time to activate your fiddler.
Right. Thinking about Fiddler is hard because I want to do Star Player Landing Net for my last move, so maybe I can still get 1 wood from that and be fine, be satisfied with that. Don't have to get the food.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah.
Maybe the food is.
Yeah. No. If your second action is start player landing net, then yes, I agree. But I wouldn't play Turkey Breeder with this move.
Okay.
I would play Animal Tamer's Apprentice or Architect.
Animal Tamer's Apprentice. Does he give me wood or something? What? No.
I think you should be playing stuff that lets you do other stuff.
Okay, we're playing.
Like the thing is, Turkey Breeder
lets us hold sheep.
lets you hold sheep. Okay, so what's your next round gonna be?
Bricklayer and then build the cooking hearth or something.
I guess. I don't know. I just don't see a reason to race with someone else for 2 sheep
Okay.
in round 4.
Okay.
Like 2 sheep is not that good of an action, and when you breed it, it doesn't become 4 sheep until round 8. So I wouldn't even play that.
Oh.
I would have played Architect. Because
Architect.
Architect. Why play Animal Tamer's Apprentice isn't food until you build a way to eat the animals.
Okay.
Architect is food as soon as you build it. And if you're going to play it, you play it now.
Okay, I can't type in chat. Here's in my turn.
Did you pay food for it?
No.
I don't think you did.
Just architect. How do I spell architect? There it is.
You need to read more.
And I should pay 1 food. Reading is hard.
You should read more. If you read more, you'll know how to spell architect. You're complaining about not being able to chat, and then you made the bar so high that you can't even see the chat box.
Right, that's what the problem was. Yeah. Yeah, I gotta play faster. That was a really long turn.
Well, you got to think ahead. You're not thinking ahead enough.
Well, my thought process ahead was apparently not the right thought process. I was thinking about Turkey Breeder. Do, 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 do. And then we get read next turn. And then we get 2 food from that. Or we do read some food. Well, read some food seems a little better. Because, well, no, we need to read. Yeah. Take food.
forgot to take the wood from Fiddler.
Oh, I got a wood from Fiddler. Plus.
And it kind of makes a big difference because it's the difference between being able to build a room and not. Yeah, so you should have like if you're gonna start player, you should decide between 2 reed and reedstone food before you start player, because otherwise there's no if you're not start playing with a purpose, then there's no point in going on start player, right?
Sure.
So if you have the last action of the round and you're gonna start player, you should know what your first action is gonna be next round.
True.
So you should be deciding that before you go on start player.
I was just double thinking about reedstone food for some reason. Thinking the stone, but I don't need stone right now.
I mean, the stone helps your businesswoman, helps you get maybe stone oven or clay oven or something, but that's fine. 2 reed is good.
Immigrant son. Nice. Very nice.
Okay, so it's our turn. So instead of admiring immigrant son,
We
we'll be deciding
take
what
some
you're
wood.
gonna do.
Nothing like some 4 wood. Clay grabs are too low still.
You know what really bothers me? You hold down the left click button. Don't click until you've decided what you're gonna do.
The left click button?
Yeah, because what you'll do is you'll go on 4 wood and then you'll go on end turn and then hold down the left click on end turn.
Right.
And it's like, are you gonna end your turn or not?
Right.
Decide you're gonna end your turn and then click. You know what I mean? Because the other thing is, I'm not sure you can drag your mouse off of the end turn button and then not end turn, right? So you might already be committed once you've clicked.
Okay. Yeah, I like the immigrant son combo here, because he just wants to build all his oxen, like very, very, very simple.
I mean, he has pain. He has tutor. He has patron. He already was gonna play all 7 occupations.
Yeah.
And then immigrant son says, "Hey, play all 7 occupations," and you're like, "Wow, what a surprise! He's gonna play all 7 occupations."
Okay, so one thing we always have to keep in mind is build order. At the moment, we can build the next room.
Okay, so the last action. So if Payne doesn't start player, your first next round. If he does start player, your second next round. So what's the sequence? What are you gonna do? And you already know. You know now what Payne's doing. So what are you gonna do?
I'm pretty sure I'm forced to building a room.
No, you're not.
Gets a fruit tree going. Not animal pen. Okay. So if I'm not forced to building a room,
We just had a harvest.
feet 4.
You should be doing this before it's your turn, because it takes time to do on your turn.
Will says I don't need to build a room.
No, you don't.
The traveling
Because
players for 5
if Ted style, if family growth comes around 7, and you first action built a room, then you're really sad.
Do we get our turkey breeder now? Or bricklayer? There's a lot of
yes,
things we can
turkey
do.
breed. I love turkey breeder here. Fireplace isn't out yet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, turkey breeder. Don't bother putting the stuff out now. Just announce it. You can do it off your turn.
All right. I probably don't want it there though.
No, there is good.
There's fine. And D. No, not D. B.
So the thing about paddock is you'll only ever get at most 3 wood out of it. So it's not quite as good as you were thinking. Because with turkey breeder, there's no way to combo turkey breeder with paddock such that you would get 4 fences out of it.
Oh, okay.
Because paddock can only go inside other stuff.
Right. Yeah.
You should also add a food to your farm from architect, and you should be sending your farm
Oh,
so your
right.
opponents can see what's going on.
Plus food. forgot about architect. Thank you. Arc. And I'm send farm. Yeah.
You should add the food.
That
and
is
you
true.
should send farm.
That is true.
So Thatcher used his first move of this round to build room.
Yes.
So that's fine. Like, good for him. You have, you got a much better action with your first move. So what should your second move be?
That's a thing. 2 clay might be enough to kickstart us, but it's pretty.
Two clay is a terrible action.
Yeah, it's a pretty small.
2 clay minus a wood. That's the way you should look at that space.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. I don't think there's any starting player we can do.
No, doing star player here would be really, 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 really bad.
Yeah, that's really bad. I agree.
That would feed first family growth to Thatcher. That's like a game ruining bad.
Because we can't afford another rock. We have to get either reed for or wood. Wood's fine.
Should take 3 sheep. Get a wood from your fiddler.
Oh, okay, yeah. But no one has the fireplace yet. But still, fine getting the wood.
I mean, what says you have to wait until the fireplace is out before you take the sheep? Because if you do that, then you're forced into an action after someone builds the fireplace. So you can use this free move now where you can do basically anything, or you can wait until you're backed into a corner. And what if that's a corner where you're gonna family growth? And you have the choice of take the sheep or family growth. That doesn't seem like a very good position to leave yourself in. Now, we have left 3 wood that might go to 6 wood, but if it's 3 wood that goes to 6 wood, that's, their business.
Hmm. Yeah, Payne's nowhere close to building a room, but he does have Hut Builder coming late. So, I mean, yeah, still nowhere close. We can be building our room for our last action and get some food out of it.
Yeah, so Ted Style deciding to build in round 4, but then not start player here. I don't like it. I get that the 5 food traveling players is good, but I don't like it. So, did he take your wood from Fiddler?
Yes. I sense from.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking for our first action what it's gonna look like.
Why don't you refresh all and see what the look of that next round is going to be? Oh, actually, you can't yet. Thatcher hasn't clicked things start turn yet. But you can see what the resource spaces will be.
Yeah. Doesn't look like we're gonna starting player. Because there's a small thing where we can go starting player build a room, but he can counter us if he just does build room for stable. So no, definitely not doing that. He's probably gonna take the 6 wood.
Ted Style?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
So if we start player, he will probably stable block
yeah, exactly.
in all likelihood. But it might still be worth doing.
I definitely want to get the 2 read. That's definitely our first action. Because we'll get food and build 2 houses. But do we need 2 houses?
Yeah, I wouldn't build 2 houses. I mean, the 2 read might be a fine action, but you don't need 2 houses. You don't need 2 wood rooms, I should say.
Right. We can build some stables if you really wanted to.
Yes, I think you should be thinking about how many stables you're going to build, because they give you a food for each of them.
Thatcher actually gets... No, I'm sorry. Thatcher plays fishing rod. Does he have... No. Who has the fishing thing?
Thatcher does.
Thatcher does have the fishing thing. Okay. Whale oil. Right.
Yeah, so why don't you move the hand down lower so that you can see all the improvements?
This one.
It's pretty good to be able to see what your opponents can do.
I know. Okay. So the reed's gone. Guess we do reed some food. Or 4 wood. 4 wood's fine. Redstone food is fine. Either one is fine. But
Both are excellent actions. With
redstone
we
food.
need the food, so yeah.
Plus what? Let's do it this way. Plus F. Oh, wait a second. Oh, I should.
What?
He can build another room. It's kind of crazy. I didn't expect that.
Yep. Yeah, so he doesn't need to start player with the second action. He can just go on the room space.
But yeah, true.
Yeah.
Very possible.
But with us going on Reedstone Food, we've delayed Payne getting a second read for a little bit, so we're not competing with him at least. But yes, the fact that Textile can build another room is pretty strong. I would have thought about activating your fiddler here.
Oh yeah.
You could have done build room into occupation animal tamer's apprentice.
Oh, that's a really smart idea. Oh, yeah, very, very smart idea.
I mean, 2 food from Reedstone Food. It might be that you need the food, because it's possible if you had done that you could have gotten blocked out in round 7. But with Businesswoman, I think it's unlikely. I think in all likelihood you would have been able to take clay and then build a cooking hearth, and that's how you would have fed. And you could have built cooking hearth plus, something, joinery maybe. And actually architect gets you food too, so.
Right. I think our food is fine. But that's
Your food is totally fine, yeah. I think Reedstone Food was probably a mistake though.
yeah, it might be. I was thinking about the reed for Clayhead extension down the line.
Yeah. But unfortunately the Reedstone Food now is denying us the fiddler bonus here. So how many stables do you want to build?
At least 1, maybe 2.
I think 2 is a good number. Then you can hold 2 breeding pair. How much food do you get?
I get.
You could just end turn, but I mean it's a trivial calculation. So.
It's 2 plus 2, right?
Yeah.
So 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah. Ideally, you probably want to be doing that before you end your turn. So that's where if you decide that you're going to build a room before, you can say, I'm going to build a room, 2 stables, this is what it costs, this is what I get, and then you do it all when you've clicked on your farm.
Right.
With the hotkeys.
Right. There is a small difference between single player and co-op, because I do want to try to talk as much as I can. If I was planning out all my actions on a single player, yeah, my thought process is already like many stages ahead. But I don't know if that's like the right thought process or if I'm missing some things. Like that was a good call about going for the fiddler, because I keep thinking maybe not fiddler, but yeah.
Well, you know what? I should have been thinking that. I shouldn't have maybe recommended you take Fiddler, because it is a kind of thought and planning intensive card, which you need a good amount of experience. You need to be able to predict what your opponents are going to do. Like if it seems like they're playing randomly to you, then it's not an effective card, because you're not able to predict what actions you'll get back. But so like this round, okay, you know what one of your actions is going to be in all likelihood. What's one of your actions going to be?
Don't think it's start player.
Yes, it is start player.
Can we get away with not playing start player?
What would if we don't have to start player with this we don't have to start player with this move, but what happens if we don't start player here? Okay.
Payne will build ahead of us.
Payne will build a room, Textile will build a room. So then with our second action, we will be forced to start player. So if we have it in our mind that we're going to have to start player with our second action, we can make our first action with that in mind.
Clay.
And I don't think it's take clay.
No. I don't know what it is.
I think it's occupation.
Okay.
I think you play Animal Tamer's Apprentice here.
Oh, okay. We'll get to this one. Yeah, just like we should have done last time. And then that's just 1 food.
And now, when you start player Beanfield with your second move,
Mm-hmm.
you get a wood.
Aha. Yeah. Will's the fiddler master. He knows all about.
Four clay is not that good, right? And you'll, in all likelihood, you'll be able to get 5 clay next round. You won't get 6 clay, but you'll probably get 5 clay.
Yeah, we could have gotten an Animal Entertainer's Apprentice trigger last round or this round if we played it earlier.
That's fine though.
So we get a sheep. Oh, sorry, I should double check. One sheep for the wood, one wild boar for the clay.
What do you mean by I'm not totally sure. Could you make sure? Okay, at the start of next round, what do you get from Animal Tamer's Apprentice?
A sheep, but
Yeah.
when we're in clay, then we get boar.
Once you're in a clay house with an empty room, yes. It's not just once you're in that room. It's you need to have an empty. You need to have an empty room. So it's after you've played Clay Hut Extension.
Pretty much, yeah. And then Stone Hut Extension. Yeah, like start player Beanfield. So, but they might start player.
They might. If that's your start players here, you type that you're very annoyed at him in chat, and you think he's handing Textile the game.
Damn, he got 6 stone. Crazy. 3 reedstone foods and then a 3 stone grab.
Can you fix the other screen here that you full screen this because we can't see chat anymore?
There you go.
And look, Shoot You Dead says, how did you pay for Turkey Breeder?
Well, we pay at the end of it, right?
Okay, so there's two different ways you can look at that question. First is, did you pay a food for Turkey Breeder?
Right.
I honestly don't know if you did. You've kind of been paying. You've been missing paying and collecting for stuff. You may have missed that.
I'm pretty sure.
Shoot, if you think we missed paying a food, let us know. If Shoot's question is, how did you pay for the wood and the stables from Turkey Breeder? Then the answer is you don't pay for it when you play Turkey Breeder. You get a loan and you have to pay that loan back at the end of the game. And what you can do, alright, you can hear it. Give this to me. Controls, game log. So this is the game log. You hit Control F and search for Turkey Breeder. And you look at the Turkey Breeder. Oh my goodness, what did you play here? You drag to occupation, grain, occupation, and then you played. So not that. Turkey Breeder. And then, so you played Turkey Breeder, you didn't remove any food, and then in this next round, you didn't remove any food either. So it looks like you might not have paid for it. Oh, you did. But then you added a food. So yeah, it looks like we didn't pay for. Looks like we didn't pay for Turkey Breeder. So you should announce that. So Nathan, you got to remember to pay for things.
I think. Alright.
Thank you, Shoot. So your first reaction should be pay for stuff. Don't worry about, because you're kind of indecisive, so be decisive about paying for, like once you've decided to do something, do it, pay for it, get all that shit out of the way. Did you actually take off the food?
Not yet.
Okay, why don't you take off the food? Because you're going to forget, right? You shouldn't end your turn with 6 food if you say that you've minus the food.
All right.
Only had 4 food going into first harvest. Oh my god, we totally screwed this game up.
So we get Fiddler, right? 1 wood.
Okay, so you paid Fiddler. You played Fiddler on expensive, taking you to 2. You paid Architect on expensive, taking you to 1. You did Reedstone Food, once. And you did... No, I think we had... Shoot, I think we had... Did we only have one? Oh, man. I don't know. What are you doing, Nathan?
I can do builder's trowel.
Why'd you take off 5 food?
Feed 4, 5. Yeah.
No, we don't feed 5.
Oh, feed 4. Yeah. Feed 4.
I gotta start watching it closer. Because, yeah, you need to get the mechanics of playing right, or else the strategy is irrelevant if we're not playing by the rules.
That's very true. Always play by the rules.
Okay, a couple other things. You missed doing your harvest.
We gotta breed, yeah.
You missed your animal tamer's apprentice.
Oh yeah, that's true. Plus sheep. Okay.
Okay, now you can't hold 5 sheep in a small pasture with 1 sheep in it.
Right. I'll have to just do this.
Yeah. You don't, now that's not the biggest deal because it's obvious you have space for other animals, but if you're not 100% comfortable with the rules, then you should be making sure that you're following the rules 100%, right?
Mm-hmm.
Shoot says we had 4 food going into the first harvest. Okay, let's look at what our round 1 actions were. Okay. First move. What's our first move? Nathan, what's our first move?
For which one are we looking at?
What's our first move of the game?
Oh, the very first thing we did was play Ock.
Fiddler.
Yeah.
Okay, so we went from 3 to 2. So I'm hoping you can do this math with me.
I'm trying to think about our next move too.
So 2 food
in the game.
2 food. Okay, and then we went on Reedstone food. We went up to 3. Okay, and then we did take wood, still at 3. Okay, and then you did occupation, went down to 2. And then we did start player, still at 2. Yeah, so we had 4 food. Yeah, so we need to remove our grain instead of a food. Because your first action of round 5 was turkey breeder. So if you had 0 food when you went on turkey breeder, you couldn't have actually legally done that action, right?
Yeah. Gotta rewatch the video or something, or maybe this.
Well, so picture it in. You should be picturing it in your head along with me. Are you not? You're not doing that. So type. Oh, here I'll type in chat. No, you're right. Shoot, you're totally right. And it's if we had chat up, we would have caught this way earlier.
5 clay.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it is an even numbered round in which you took no building resources, but
Right.
you're not getting 6 clay. That 5 clay is getting taken, and it's gonna let us do a bunch. So. No, shoot, you were totally right. Thank you for pointing that out. So yeah, I'll keep an closer eye. Okay, so is our farm totally correct now? I think it is.
All right.
So it might be a good idea to go over your cards and make sure we know what all of them are doing.
Right.
Because if you don't know what a card does, and then it's like not really like then you can't think about what you can do with it.
Mm-hmm. Bean field is just an extra field. Builders and trowel we can reno at any time, which is nice.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta think of when the best time to reno surprise people. We can just do reno start player with clay hut extension is usually the thing.
Yep. So what do we have to do before we do that?
Just get more clay.
No.
And also play bricklayer.
Well, bricklayer. I guess bricklayer is a way of getting more clay. But yes, the answer is play bricklayer. Because if you play bricklayer, okay, how much clay do you need to clay hut extension and reno? Without bricklayer.
Well, okay, without bricklayer, we need 3 plus 5.
No.
Or no, sorry. Wait. Oh, just 4 plus 5. 4 plus 3.
Yeah, so you need 7. And if you play bricklayer, how much do you need?
1 less for the improvement, so it's 3, and then 1 less for the reno, so it's just 2 plus 3, so it's just 5.
So then what do you need to do in order to be able to reno clay hut extension?
Just play bricklayer, but
And take a read.
yeah, and take a read, right. Lots of wood actions still up.
Mm-hmm. And what do you get when you reno clay hut extension?
I get a boar, most likely.
You get a boar at the start of the round afterwards. Yep. And also
Anything about fiddler or
2 food.
2 food? Oh, right, because of the architect. Okay. Yeah, the way I was thinking about how the game was going to unfold seems to have been a lot different than the way you were thinking. And so your ideas have now trying to, yeah, which is just the cards we picked. So I should know what they all do. Just trying to think the best time to use them still. Because we definitely need to get a fireplace going. No one has a fireplace yet. It's crazy.
Yep. That's true.
Getting the fireplace earlier than later is not the worst thing we can do.
That is also true.
Because, like, prioritizing bricklayer is fine, but then prioritizing clay hut extension, I don't know if we can pull that off.
You're 100% correct. Unless there's a way to do both.
A businesswoman?
Yes. You can play fireplace and clay hut extension. However, you can't reno. You don't have enough clay to do all 3 things right now.
I just need like 1 or maybe more clay if I do.
Yes, you shouldn't do a 2 clay action. You should do like a 4 clay action, right?
Yeah, and then we can get either cooking hearth, most likely.
Yeah. That's true.
So next round, I'm looking at the 4 clay and reedstone food, and
I wouldn't be doing reedstone food at this point,
or maybe
because there's
the
another action. Yeah, 3 reed. Yep. Yep, 3 reed, because that's going to be almost all the reed you need for the rest of the game. And so then any extra reedstone food moves can go into building Basket Maker's Workshop. Because when you have a card like Landing Net, then Basket Maker's Workshop is a lot stronger.
Right. No one's been doing any of these except for early well. It's kind of interesting.
Well, it's because we played Turkey Breeder, right?
Yeah, we got there.
So Turkey Breeder gets us the early sheep, and we didn't build a cooking hearth, or a fireplace. And Major Minor came round 4, and sheep came round 3, so there was no rush to it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, lots of stuff you got to do. Lots of stuff.
You should refresh all when you see the round number come up, because if you're not able to visualize now, you should be able to visualize. So what moves are going to get taken?
6 wood always gets taken.
Yep.
And I guess, yeah, the Major Minor, of course, getting the fireplace so they can get the boar and eat the sheep. Seems like a solid idea. So the boar will go next turn from Tet, maybe.
So what happened there is Tetstyle realized that that we really need food, and he really needed food.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So 3 reed seems like the right pick. I don't know if clay is a better priority right now.
We could have taken we could take the boar, honestly, and then we could play businesswoman and do something with that. But I think, yes, taking the 3 reed is fine. Because now Reedstone Food gets us enough food. Now Clay Hut Extension gets us enough food, right? Because Clay Hut Extension gets us the Architect food, right?
Right.
We only need 6 in total.
Yeah. So we gotta get clay next action.
No, we don't need to.
For a Clay Hut Extension, I guess.
No, We could start player clay hut extension. We don't have to play it on businesswoman.
But we don't have clay rooms.
We have builder's trowel,
Builder's trowel, right?
which lets us reno at any time.
But we don't have bricklayer out.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll play bricklayer then.
Actually, no. Bricklayer. I forgot about bricklayer. That doesn't work then. You're right. Bricklayer needs. You need bricklayer and then businesswoman.
Yeah.
But that doesn't
Mm.
quite work.
Not enough food yet.
Yeah.
And our clay's gone. Okay. Okay. Well, let's see if the wild boar goes. Because we can still do businesswoman.
Yep.
Okay, there goes wild boar.
You can still bricklayer and then businesswoman. You just businesswoman can't play clay hut extension. Businesswoman would be like fireplace plus cooking hearth upgrade or something.
So you think we do 2 walks this round?
I'd consider it, yeah. And there's also 4 food traveling players available that nobody's going for. Like, you know what Tet's next move is. Okay. Is Thatcher gonna go on 4 food traveling players?
No.
Why not?
It's already enough food.
He has 7 food, which is more than what he needs, which is 6. Okay. Is Tet style gonna go on traveling players?
No, no one will.
No, because Tet style is gonna go on. You shouldn't just say no one will. You should be able to break down why, right? That's what I'm trying to tease out of you here. So Tet style won't, because Tet style is going to family growth. Will Payne go on traveling players? Probably not, because he's got 10, which is 4 more than what he needs normally.
Right.
Right.
So is playing bricklayer the wrong move right now?
No, I think playing break player is fine,
Okay.
because they're
I was doing a practice game earlier, and I gotta say I was playing really quick. It's really nice.
So okay, so what are our scenarios that we need to be thinking about?
There's 2 things now. One, we want to get our Auk out, or we get our food if the Auk is blocked.
Yeah, and what if both are blocked?
Well, both are blocked. We take, I don't know. We
If
just
both are blocked, there's another major okay, if both are blocked, what's the problem? The problem is that we can't feed if both are blocked, right?
right.
But there is a way that we can feed.
Bum, 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 bum.
There's another major minor space.
Oh, the Reno one.
Yes.
Of course, the Reno.
So if we're forced onto rent major minor, what should we play?
The cooking hearth.
Yeah. Or the 3 clay fireplace.
So we play businesswoman though instead, most likely.
Yeah. And what do we play with on businesswoman?
Right. We're gonna play 2. We're gonna play 2 improvements, major, minor. Cooking hearth and basket makers.
I actually don't like Basket Maker's Workshop here because it makes the timing of Stone Hut Extension really late. I think what we should be doing is 3 clay fireplace and then cooking hearth upgrade.
Yeah, but
Which is not ideal, but you could do Basket Maker's Workshop. If you want to give up on Stonehouse Extension, that's fine. I think with Animal Tamer's Apprentice, Stonehouse Extension is worth a lot to do.
Yeah, for sure. It's like a cattle at least.
Yeah. It's a 2-point move, right? Because you get cattle from it, so.
All right. Announce. So this is gonna cost us a lot of food, 2 food. And we're gonna play definitely the cooking hearth, but will this be it? Because yeah, the Basket Maker's Workshop means we gotta go heavy on reed and heavier on stone.
Which we don't mind doing that anyways, because we do have the buffed up reedstone food space. So it's your call.
We're only saving 1 clay. It's not a big deal. This cost us 3 clay. And then, yeah, this is. I know it sounds like we are giving up on Stonehouse, and you probably are right. We are.
Well, maybe it doesn't come until round 13 then. Which it's not as good when it doesn't come until round 13, but it's probably still okay. The other thing I want to point out, 2 of our 3 actions were non-resource receiving actions. This could have been a good move. Could have been a good turn to get Fiddler off, I think.
Right.
But that's fine.
So let's eat 3 sheep.
I would eat a reed.
Oh, and a reed.
Actually no, because we never mind. We haven't read out yet. Yeah, you need 2 reed in your hand.
So enemy breed. So we'll just take off 2.
Thanks.
And then send farm. Okay, we've got barn out. There's been a lot of cards that have been played that I've had to ignore because I then focus more on my game. But like late bloomer, what exactly late bloomer? Oops. Okay. So that's good later for sure. Yeah, it's rake, stone cutter's hall. Okay, what are we gonna do? Our turn's almost up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we need more clay badly.
Mm-hmm.
But the 2 clay grabs aren't that good. 5 food isn't that good. Reedstone food is okay.
Wheatstone food's probably the best move here.
Yeah. Doop. That's weird. Oh,
It's
yeah.
because you had it goes into a fixed position in the window. So if you don't have it all the way zoomed to the top, like see how the farm's not scrolled to the top right now?
Oh, okay.
That's why it didn't.
Okay.
Went to a different spot.
All right. Understudy is still later, potentially okay. We don't have to play it for a while.
I think you should think about playing it this round.
For more Reedstone food actions?
Because what else are you going to do?
Yeah, there's not really much.
Right? There's really not much to do here. You can take crops. You don't want to take one animal. A one animal grab is terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, a 1 boar grab is an option, but only because we're going to get a boar ourselves from Animal Tamer's Apprentice. So then you would get a breeding pair, but
Now the ox are more expensive because of Gardening Enthusiast.
mhm.
Don't know if it's worth it. Is it? It's not bad. I guess we get Understudy out, so we can do it anytime.
I would take traveling players first.
But yeah, the 5 food is kind of nice. All right.
Can you move Guarding Enthusiast so it's not blocking our board?
Yeah.
Because you want to be able to see what resources you have at all times.
Okay, so yeah, plow has already been used. It looks like. All right. For our last action, it's not really that many great options. The clay could be fine.
No. The clay is a bad move. The clay's not enough clay to get. You need more than 2 clay. Right? 'Cause
Yeah.
You need 5, so 2's not enough.
We need a lot of things. We're struggling hard. We need a lot. The sheep is more food down the line.
Yeah. I actually like the boar here.
The one animal.
Yeah. Because it gets you, then when you get one from your animal tamer's apprentice, it's a breeding pair. I would have, before one boar, I would have said take one of the crops, but both of the crops are occupied by pain, so
Yeah.
don't do that then.
Yeah, we were gonna need plows bad, so. Oof. We don't have that many good ways of plowing, or any ways of plowing, other than understudy potential.
That's okay. You only need 2 fields in total. If you only get to 2 fields, that's fine. They're only
Harvest,
2-point actions each time. Maybe don't do fields at all.
Oh, the wealthy man for 7 value. Okay.
But we knew that, right?
It's been yep.
No plate improvement, no plate occupations, lots of plate improvements.
Mhm.
The only options were wealthiest European or wealthy man, and we didn't pass wealthiest European, so.
So when do you see that it's been round 11? I guess it says in chat round number 11. That makes sense. And then we go controls, send farm, or no, refresh all. Boop.
Yep.
And textile, he's thinking he gets
So what are our moves in this round?
odd builder. Well, we need, clay, wood, and cattle.
I wouldn't say we need the cattle. You can take the cattle. It's a fine option, but I don't think you need the cattle. I wouldn't. Okay. So how many? You have 3 actions, right?
Yeah.
What do you think your 3 What are options for your 3 actions?
Okay, pane plate, stone oven. Yeah, the best combos that I don't know. I'm thinking understudy doesn't seem like a good combo, but getting him ready for a clay head extension does seem like the right idea.
No, I don't think that's the right way to think about it. I think the way you should be thinking about it is 4 wood is available.
Yeah.
We need lots of good wood actions. Pain, textile, both need wood actions.
Yeah, for sure.
More than they need animal actions. Right?
Yeah, cooking hearth.
Because they
fireplace.
don't. Like we have space to hold 2 breeding pairs. They only have space to hold 1 or none. Right? So, relatively speaking, what we're competing for is smaller. Okay. The next thing is you
That's
probably
awesome.
want to do a clay action here.
Yeah, big time.
Because if you do a clay action here, you can cooking hearth, or you can rent a clay hut extension,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah, builder's trowel. Yep.
And then once you've done that, you get 2 food from your architect, plus you get a boar next round, right? You can start breeding boar. But yeah, you got a bunch of stuff that you want to do.
Right.
Payne, what's Payne going to do with this move? He's going to take 3 wood. So then I think you should.
Get the clay going. Oh, we took the
Oh,
clay.
he took the clay. That's not what I would have expected.
But we still get enough clay with this.
You don't need to take 3 clay.
No.
No, I don't think Ted Style is going to take 3 clay. I think he's going to go for. He's going to figure nobody else really wants it. You could take the 3 wood.
Yeah, makes sense. Because we have to return forward at the end of the game too.
Well, you don't have to worry about the returning. You have to worry about the fencing right now.
Right, that's true. Okie dokie, because the cattle, I don't know. Cattle, clay.
Breeding pair of cattle is nice. It's very nice. But we have more food than we need right now.
Yeah.
We have Basket Maker's Workshop. We have a breeding pair of sheep. Like the cattle are good, undoubtedly, but you don't have enough actions to do everything you need to do before the end of the game. So I don't know if you have a move to spare for the cattle. I think you should get your one cattle from Animal Tamer's Apprentice, and that's it. Although at this point, you're not getting Animal Tamer's Apprentice, I guess.
Yeah, the Basket Maker's Workshop is too pricey for the Stone Hut extension. Probably would have been smarter.
You can still do it. Like there'll be 2 3-stone actions in round 13. You can take both of them and then Reno Stonehouse extension. That would just be a lot of work. And maybe it's better to do it at the end of the game. Maybe it's better to do it in round 14, not benefit from the Animal Tamer's Apprentice, but still get that 5th stone room. But I do think there's a clear move for you here with this next one.
Oh, so clear. I don't know. The clay.
Yeah. Why do you want to take the clay?
Gets us ready for start players and stuff.
Yes, and what start player in particular? There's a very particular start player that's coming up.
Well, both of these will be around 12 start players, so we can pick between.
Right, so Pain is going to have the first move next round.
Yep.
So if we want to start player, an excellent time would be second action round 12 to set up first move round 13.
Exactly. Yeah. So we have to make sure we get this clay.
Yeah, part of the problem is you don't get Animal Tamer's Apprentice that way, but you do get up to 5 people, so I don't know. You know what, actually let's think about this. If you start player Clay Hut extension next round, what would your start player round 13 move be? Probably not Plow Sow, because Plow Sow's not worth much to you.
Yeah.
Family Growth? It might be Family Growth, but the problem is if you do, then you never get your second boar and you never get the cattle. So if you're not going to get the cattle and you're not going to get your second boar, then you need to take cattle here instead.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it kind of does. We might get one cattle later down the line, but that's not much. Just from getting the cattle square.
Yeah, but 1 cattle is a lot worse than 4 cattle.
You know what? Yeah, this is pretty good. Let's return the clay and not do that. And yeah, we can do that. But now we're not going to really start player.
No, but first move start player is not that good anyways. Because there's other stuff that we could do. Like, we could take clay, we could plow, right? There's lots of different stuff we could do.
So we have to eat. Let's see. We get one of these and one of these.
You don't have room for all those.
Right. So we have to get rid of some sheep, I guess. Let's eat 2 sheep.
The breeding phase comes after the eating phase?
Yeah. But I did the feeding right up in the chat.
Yeah, but you added... You're gonna now eat an animal you bred, which doesn't work.
Oh.
The feeding phase comes before the breeding phase.
Oh. So I have to eat... So it's like that?
No, not really. Okay, so reset your farm back to what it was before you did all this.
Okay. So I had 3 sheep and 2 cattle. No, I had 4 sheep and 2 cattle.
No, you didn't. You had 3 sheep and 2 cattle.
Okay.
How much food did you have?
8 food.
No, you didn't have 8 food. That was 8 food after, well...
Oops.
You announced that you were eating 2 sheep, so you fed but you didn't subtract it from your farm. Okay.
Right.
When you feed, subtract it from your farm, because we're getting confused about what you're doing.
Okay, so
Okay, so you need to pay for stuff when you announce you're paying for it.
Right. So now I'm breeding.
No, now you're feeding.
Okay, I just ate. Okay, I just
Yep.
yeah.
Okay,
now I'm
you're
breeding.
breeding.
Yeah.
And you cannot eat during the breeding phase.
Okay. So 1 cow just runs away.
No, that's the wrong way to do it.
1 sheep runs away.
1 cattle is way more valuable than 1 sheep.
So it's just like that.
And since you're planning ahead, because you're a smart person, you planned ahead on that. It doesn't just run away.
What am I doing?
You ate it before it ran away.
Oh, okay. That's what I initially.
No, but the thing is, you were going to eat more than you were allowed to eat. So that's why I'm making you walk through individually. Because if you walk through each individual step, then you need to see the mechanics of why it wasn't allowed. And it's because of the individual steps that you tried to do out of order.
Clay over. Yeah, just clay seems right.
Yeah, clay is fine. Do you understand what I mean, though?
Yeah.
You never have room for 8 animals, right? So you can't go to 4 sheep, 3 cattle, 1 boar, because you don't have room for 8 animals on your farm.
Mm-hmm.
You only have room for 7 animals.
Yeah, we can eat one and then they still breed.
So you can eat a sheep and it still breeds, but that sheep runs away. So you can eat one. You don't have to just let it run away. You can just eat it and then they don't breed.
Right.
And then you breed the cattle.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, you should eat a reed as well. Actually, no, you don't need to. I guess you don't need to.
Maybe later. Yeah. This is still fine.
Yeah, I guess I'm thinking that you're going to need to do multiple reedstone food actions, but maybe not. Maybe you get 2 3-stone actions. Okay, so what's your next move?
Okay, so we don't get starting player because of the miner here.
Yep. So what's your number 1 move?
Fencing is okay.
Fencing is okay, yeah.
Our number 1 move, though, I don't know.
Plow?
Oh, plow, yeah.
Because you need to get 2 plows in.
Yeah, that's a good point. Let's get a field right here.
That's not the right place to put your field. You want to put it beside your house. You want to leave yourself space to max out your fences if you want to.
Like a big fence here. I don't know how many.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
I don't know if I can afford. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay. You think big 14 fences?
It wouldn't be 14. You miscounted that.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, I guess we need 10 wood.
You need 10 wood, yeah.
And then the fences will be 14 total.
Yes. Yeah, sorry. I misinterpreted the way you were saying that, I guess. You want to leave yourself the option to do that. You don't have to do it, but you want to leave yourself the option to do it. Because if you put the field in the middle of nowhere, you no longer have the option to do it.
Mm-hmm. I'd have to fence different, yeah.
You would be forced to fence differently. You wouldn't have the choice. The point is, you always want to give yourself options. You always want to have choices.
Mm-hmm.
You never want to be railroaded in this game. If you're railroaded down one specific path, you're probably not doing well.
Payne's doing pretty good. Gets both the ovens, lots and lots of food.
Yeah, Payne's late bloomer. The fact that he got patron plus tutor is ridiculous. You know, it's just totally ridiculous. The fact that patron got all the way back is crap.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's no way that was the correct draft. Like, I mean, I get, okay, Thatcher's decided he's going to play Wealthy Man. Okay, then you hate draft patron. Tetstyle has decided he's going to go for Humble Farm Boy. Okay, then you hate draft patron because patron is an excellent card. Even if you're not gonna, if you're like, oh, I'm not gonna play that many occupations. Okay, don't help the person who wants to play a lot.
Do we play Clayhead Extension on any one of these spaces?
Yeah, so this is where having Businesswoman would have been really nice.
Yeah, that's very true. Too bad we can't use her again. It's a one-time use.
Yeah, I mean, you can go on Major Minor and do it, sure, yeah. That's fine.
We get but we don't really have room for our animals, so maybe...
Yeah, doing Clayhead Extension here is another round where 2 of our 3 actions were non-resource collecting, and it's like, oh man, If you just optimize those so that it's 3 out of 3, then you get an extra food in a wood.
True.
And that would be the wood that we need to max out our farm.
True. Yeah, exactly.
But
Or we could do like reed instead.
no, I like clay hut extension here because it gets you a second boar, and then you can breed boar instead of sheep.
Okay. Need more room. Play farm. Announce. And yeah. Clay. This costs just 3 clay.
No, it doesn't.
Or yeah.
Oh, the clay hut extension. Sorry. You had just turned your
Oh.
house to reno to clay, so I assumed you were talking about the reno action.
Yeah, and then the reno is just 1 clay like that. Or 3 clay. 2 clay, I mean that.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Oh yeah, and then I need
I think it'll help if you think a little more sequentially. So if you reno and then you think, okay, I just renoed, what's the cost for the reno? Okay, I just played a field, what's the cost of? Just built a room, what's the cost of this? You know.
say 2 clay.
There's something else you've forgotten about.
And well, if it's the boar.
No,
No.
architect.
Oh yes, food. Thank you. 2 food. 2 food.
You also need to pass the clay hut extension to Thatcher,
Oh, of course.
but you can't do it when it's not your turn. So you may as well set your farm up for the next turn.
Eat a sheep.
So what's an action that you have to do before the next harvest?
Yeah, pass. What is the
Okay, so
action?
you ate a sheep, but then you didn't actually add the food for it.
What was the action I have to do now? If we said,
There's 2 actions you have to do before the next harvest.
grow my family.
Yep, that's one. What's the other one?
Probably fence, so I can
Why is it fencing?
hold more of my breeding pairs. Cause yeah, I don't want to see them run away again.
Yes, because if you don't fence, what specifically happens?
My cattle will grow, but my boar will run.
Your boar won't breed at all.
Yeah.
That's right. Yes. Or you would have to eat your sheep to make room for the boar. You
Right.
don't want that to happen. Okay, so you're gonna fence this next round. Okay, so how much are you gonna fence?
I want to fence 10 more. I like, or a total of 15 is fine too.
Fencing 8 is okay. Well, fencing 8 is okay because what minor are you gonna play when you family growth?
Padlocks, I guess. Yeah.
Paddock. Yep.
Padlocks.
Yep.
It's free. Passing.
Yep. And it'll let you do some more fencing. It'll be a 2-point card. Right.
So even though can you exceed your 15 fences?
No.
Oh, okay.
If you were gonna fence 8 right now, how would you do it? So I'm just gonna tell you you're fencing 8.
I guess I can fit it in
Yeah.
here.
And then you're gonna play paddocks. So then where's your paddocks gonna go?
I can go right in here, or does it go like that?
It would go 2 down the middle and then 1 to the left, but at the bottom.
Oh, at the bottom.
Or, well, it doesn't matter where it goes, but you're going to do 2 down the middle and then 1 to one side. You should announce that you're getting an
Yeah.
extra boar.
Oh yeah.
You should put the clay hut extension in a position where you can move it up to the... actually, it's fine now. Just remember that needs to move
Yeah.
to the board.
Mm-hmm.
So you should make sure you can get to the menu. Because sometimes you have trouble with the menu. Yeah.
So first I just put to board and that's it. Yeah. It's a good thing we're not putting any resources on the board. Imagine if I had to be collecting and finding the resources on the board. One thing at a time, I guess.
And look at what you're not getting in this round. Both the stone actions were taken last round.
Okay. Rip Stonehouse extension.
Yeah, everything in this game is just coming too late. I think we kind of got distracted, which hurt us a lot.
Yeah, I wasn't that.
I think you didn't have the same game plan in mind that I did, which I should have done a better job of explaining what your sequences needed to be.
Yeah. That's for sure. Will should have been sitting and playing.
No, not that, but just that I pushed you to take cards and you didn't have the idea of how to use them how I thought you should use them. And if you're not going to get the most out of your cards, then it's not worth taking them.
Oh, damn, Payne got another Uck from Clockwork Man. So that's good with Tutor.
Yep. Good for him.
Okay, we got Plow, or Family Growth. But no, we don't want Family Growth. Do we steal the Plow So? It's not a bad auction.
Well, it's not really stealing. It's just, do we take Plasso? And the answer is, I think, yes.
Yeah, because we do have to get one more field. Now it's the best time. Oops, I forgot to put the thing on the board. Yeah, Tetzal is a nice, fully developed farm. Just needs his cattle. And then to upgrade a Reno.
So we're going to be going in 2 moves. So what do you think those moves should be?
Fence. Seems like it's been taken.
Yeah, so you should have recognized that like 4 actions ago.
Yeah.
When Ted Style first action fence, you should have been like, oh crap.
Yeah.
So what's he gonna do now? He's not gonna plow. He doesn't have any empty space.
Yeah, he just needs to Reno.
Anyways, 2 actions left. So what's Payne gonna do, and then what are we gonna do?
Payne decided to Family Growth. We are going to put to board and the read's fine, but we don't really need it. Like, it's a pretty low point action.
Mm-hmm.
Family Growth is late because no one can block it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think Reed look in our plowing again. Yeah, sure. Plowing seems fine.
That was 2 points. Yeah.
We also need to get our vegetables and stuff.
Yep. Well, we don't need to. It's 2 points at this point.
So basically everything is almost a 2-point action. Like
Yeah, lots of different stuff is 2 points.
grain, vegetable, plow, and we have to return 4 wood, otherwise we get like bigger cards, right?
So you've done 2. So you've done 2 of one thing. What's the 2 out of 3 that I've been railing about?
I don't know what you mean by what you
Okay, so I've been complaining that we've done a lot of actions, like okay, Fiddler. I'll just tell you, Fiddler.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Fiddler, yeah.
So you've done 2 actions that don't get you building resources. You're going to do plow, sow, and family growth.
Mm-hmm.
So why would you take 4 reed when you can plow and get a wood?
Okay.
Because plow is 2 points and it gives you a wood, whereas 4 reed is, yes, it's 4 reed, which is 2 points, or maybe 3 points, but it also costs you a wood. And why would you take reed when nobody else wants reed? Right?
Right.
Does Ted Style need reed?
No.
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 Why does he not need reed?
Just 1 to Reno, 2 to Reno.
Thatcher needs 1 to Reno. Ted Style needs 2 to Reno. Yes. Payne, maybe Payne needs reed. But he is how many actions away from renovating?
2 at the moment.
Yes. because he needs to take reed and stone, which probably means that taking that renovating is not that worthwhile for him.
All right. So yeah, there's no minor we can play. Just.
Well, so that would be a reason in favor of not renovating.
Or I mean, yeah, that's true as well. Yeah, but I mean, when we play our family growth, there's no minor.
Well, that would be a point in favor of not family growth in this round, but next round instead. Because you could do that. That would be an option. But, I mean, it's spend an action to gain an action, so it's the same either way. Like, you could gain another boar here.
Right. You mean by building a stable?
Well, just by leaving an empty space in your house.
Hmm.
You would get a boar from Animal Tamer's Apprentice.
Yeah. But they are gonna. I don't have room for them anyways.
Right. So you would probably eat a sheep, or you would maybe a boar here. Like you would do something with it, but the point being that you have options like when you can delay your family growth to play a minor improvement and gain a boar, right? Well, Paddocks is going to be 2 points for you, right? So if Paddocks is worth 2 points, then and you're also getting a boar, well, you have to weigh an action. Is your action that you're going to gain from family growth? So family growthing round 13 versus round 14, is it going to be better than 2 points and a boar?
I think it's better now because we will get family growth immediately after, most likely. Well, Payne has 5 family members right now, so we get this.
So that's another reason why I think you should consider taking not family growth here, because I think there's a chance we get Plow Sow passed to us. And if you get Plow Sow passed to you, then if you take vegetable, then it's also a 3-point action.
Okay.
But yeah, Payne is going to pass us family growth, so family growth twice is fine too. The problem is if you family growth twice, then you're really running out of actions at the end of the game.
Yeah, but 6 points is okay, and then he might plow. So
yeah, I don't think he's gonna. I'm pretty sure I can tell you he's not gonna plow sow with his first move.
Really? Because he will want to sow, and he has rake.
He might. It's a 2-point move, but he's already hit the rake. He's already at 5 fields.
No, rake needs. Oh, if you have. Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, okay. He doesn't have a plow. Okay. Oof. Yeah. It seems like a
so
risk.
Payne is. There's a very good chance that Payne first action fences next round.
Oh. Okay.
So that's what I'm trying to get you to realize. So if he first action fences, that means we're not fencing.
Right.
Unless we can get on Reno fence.
Damn. So we might not fence.
Right.
Oh no. Oh no. Wow, we're pretty screwed. So sure, I guess this makes sense because if we want to do our fence first action regardless. Oh no. Yeah.
So you should feed and you should get your
Cattle.
cattle, yeah. And you get another boar.
But get another boar. Should I eat the sheep? Probably
No.
not.
No. It's 1 point to keep the sheep.
Okay. Yep, feed 6.
You get a wood from Fiddler.
Oh yes.
Is there anything else you can think of that you might have missed?
Well, our boar runs away.
Why don't you eat it?
We can eat it. Oh, when we get it immediately, we eat it.
The only time you cannot eat an animal is during the breeding phase of a harvest. So you can't breed a newborn and then eat the newborn.
Right.
Any other time you get an animal, you can eat it. The reason I was being pedantic with you about not going up to 4 sheep and 3 cattle was because you were showing 8 animals on your farm, and you didn't have room for 8 animals.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yeah, I understand.
So what I was trying to communicate is your thought process was flawed. That's what I was trying to get across. Was because you were thinking in terms of, I'm gonna have these 8 animals now. I need to eat to get under, but you could never have 8 animals. You were never allowed to get to 8 animals. You never had the capacity for 8 animals.
Right. I was doing the steps in a different way.
You were, yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah. Pain with fences, of course. We'll saw that coming. We need 2 stone, or 1 stone and 1 redstone food in order to reach it. And somebody else is probably going to reach it before we do. It looks like we're kind of locked out of Reno fence.
I think most likely yes, I agree.
Plow sow. Well, yeah, we definitely need to plow sow because of this guy.
Well, you don't need to. You need to do the action that gets you the most points. That's what you need to do. And how many points is plow sow?
That's just 3.
Yep. Are there other actions that give you more than 3 points?
Not anymore.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Because, yeah, we can't Reno in time. He can block 1 Reno, and then Tetsa would just pick another stone and be able to beat us to Reno.
I think that's what would have happened. I think with Thatcher having 2 wood on his... Wait, when did he build another 2 wood? Oh, barn. Oh, I forgot about barn. Oh, maybe. Well, you could have done Reno fence. The question is, would it have been using all your remaining actions to do so? And I think the answer is probably not. Because it would have been 4 points, plus you could have only fenced 5 at most. So that would have been 3 moves for 7 points, which is worse than 3 points per move, which I think you can get 3 points per move otherwise.
Right now, I can get a 2-point move from plow or built stable.
Yeah, you can only build 1 stable, which
Yeah.
is unfortunate.
Because then my last move will just be family growth.
Yeah, you have a better move. You have a 3-point move.
Is it the read?
Yeah.
Yeah, because then we got max bonus points.
Yeah. End of the game, you're just playing them. So, like, I think kind of the way you're thinking about actions is you usually plow sow is a very good action because it's a very high point action, right? But you don't have to go on plow sow.
Right.
What you have to do is you have to take the sequence of actions that gives you the most points, right?
And, well, depending on the priority of when people are going to take it, like competition.
The point difference. Okay, so not just the most points for you, but the point swing between you and your opponents. Yes, but if you have an action that's worth a lot more than plow sow, that is going to get taken versus plow sow, which your opponents will benefit from. You have to calculate what the point difference is there, right? So it's a 3-point move for you. It's a 3-point move for Thatcher. If you go on a different move, plow sow is not going to come back. The other move that you're going to do is not going to come back. Like family growth, even without room, was not going to come back. So you could not have first moved family growth with room, and then second move family growth even without.
Oh yeah.
That wasn't an option for you.
For sure.
The family growth without room was not going to come back.
Right.
One of your opponents would have taken it.
And plus they cost the food.
And it costs the food, exactly. It's 3 points at the cost of a food, yeah.
Where this is 3 points and we get 3 food.
You already had the 3 food. Oh, did you take 3? Did you take 2 food from your thing?
Oh, what do you mean, architect?
Not architect. 2 food from your the reed miner.
Reed miner?
The miner that costs 1 read.
Oh no, I didn't. I forgot.
You get 2 food from that.
Nice. Okay. Oop, 2 food from. Where did I throw my guy? Here he is. Now we have family growth. Oop. No miner. And oops, forgot to give myself a food.
Yeah, you're good at talking. You're good at one thing you do really well is you're really good about being communicative in chat and saying what's going on in chat and everything. But you're not. What you probably should be doing is probably should be making the changes on your farm and then putting them in chat.
Then put them in chat. Yeah, exactly.
Right, because doing the reverse, you're not remembering to do the reverse. So you want to make sure that you have like a nice sequence to your actions.
Need some food. And nothing we can do with this. This is just locked.
Yeah, there's no extra points you can get there.
Yeah, pretty sad.
Yeah, it is very sad.
Pretty sad. Yeah, there's a lot of potential with Businesswoman and Clay Hut Extension. A more experienced player would for sure have planned that out better. I didn't really know when to play. Well, I mean, it's not really knowing about when to play it, but
I think your early game sequence was not very good. I think.
Right.
I think if you have 1 extra time where you proc Fiddler, or 2 extra times where you proc Fiddler, that gets you your wood a lot earlier, which you can use defense, and then you get a ton more points because of that. The other thing is, I think the sheep was actually like a not like I think the I'm not totally sold on the turkey breeder. I think the turkey breeder slowed down the room building too much. And same with the Basket Maker's Workshop. I think with this game, your focus should have been on getting to 5 family members nice and quick. Having a 5-room stone house, 5 family members, and then everything else is kind of comes from that. Because Architect was going to give you enough food on the way, Fiddler could have given you enough food on the way, that kind of thing, right? So I think there was maybe a couple, like, just little strategic errors that hurt.
GG.
So what was our final score?
30.
That's bad.
It's the lowest I
think that's the lowest I've gotten in, like...
forever.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, our communication was poor. Very, very poor. Our worst game ever. I did not see... Yeah, I didn't really see... Well, I mean, of course I saw Bricklayer and Clay Hut Extension. Like, those are 2 easy cards to play. Very nice. Makes your game easier. But I didn't play the game right.
So the thing with a card like Fiddler, so you have a building grow very quick combination, right?
Yeah.
So a card like Fiddler says if you're spending your whole round building, playing an occupation, and then family growthing, then you get a food and a wood out of that, and you time it so you get a food and a wood out of that, right? And then I think that Fiddler plus your Architect should have been better than it was. The other thing is, I think we didn't start player necessarily at the right times because there was a bunch of actions where we were last early on, or like I think round 5 maybe we were last, and that really sucked.
Mm-hmm.
There was a couple, like Thatcher start player a couple times to put us at the bottom of the pile, which meant that our last action was very bad, and that hurt. And so we should have been, yeah. I also think read stone food instead of 2 read. There was a time where we 2 read, we should have read stone food. Because we should have been thinking businesswoman, fireplace plus well, I think. I think that would have been a good sequence.
True, but Wildwood did go early. And
Yeah, it went early because Thatcher got Reedstone food 3 times in stage 1.
yeah.
So if we take Reedstone food, then Thatcher gets 1 fewer Reedstone food. Right? Like Wealthy Man loves getting on Reedstone food
Mm-hmm.
because Wealthy Man can't get stone otherwise.
And then builds all the improvements they can.
First, Wealthy Man says first action Reedstone food, second action take wood. And you can do that because there are multiple take wood actions, so one of them's going to come back to you, but there's only 1 Reedstone food. So Thatcher was very happy to keep getting, because Thatcher's first action should have been very bad generally because he wasn't using the occupation space. And the occupation space is very, very strong. But he kept getting on Reedstone food.
Mm-hmm.
Because he kept getting on Reedstone food, then the relative disadvantage of Wealthy Man was mitigated, which meant that he just destroyed the game. And Payne did well too. Payne did well, but Payne did well because he drafted 6 3 or more power cards.
Yeah, very nice. Very nice game by Payne.
Like in a game where you get past Patron with your 6th pick, then like your opponents aren't really trying to win at that point. And I get it, Humble Farm Boy and Wealthy Man.
Mm-hmm.
Then you hate pick it
Mm-hmm.
because it's the best card by far in that pile. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right. Well, if you want to see the draft, we can see the draft. But otherwise, we can end it here.
Do you want to look at the draft? Trying to see what the power of the cards are?
Yeah. Yeah.
327194.
I've been seeing your videos having many of the G cards, but I guess you always play with the G cards. But yeah, Businesswoman. It's cool. I've never seen her before. Didn't think she was that strong. I didn't think Businesswoman was that good.
So Bricklayer 2.5,
Oof.
Businesswoman 3.7.
But-
So Patron is higher,
And-
Turkey Breeder is higher.
Came back to us, Turkey Breeder.
Yeah. So we maybe should have done Turkey Breeder, Dung Collector.
Right.
I didn't think that combination was coming back because I thought Dung Collector is the 3rd best card in this pile.
Right.
So I thought someone's taking that.
Right.
I thought Bricklayer will definitely get Inventor back. And then we ended up taking, what did we take out of this when it came back?
Turkey Breeder.
Turkey Breeder. Yeah, Bricklayer, Turkey Breeder was not a good combination. Yeah, and then Businesswoman, like, okay, if you take Turkey Breeder, then what do you take out of this pile?
Mm-hmm.
Probably Patron.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, maybe still Businesswoman, because Businesswoman's nice. Here, this pile is very weak.
Fiddler, yeah.
Fiddler's fine. Honestly, this pile is super weak.
Fiddler is good if you have a good awareness of all
Animal
your
Tamer's,
actions.
yeah, Animal Tamer's Apprentice. So this maybe I shouldn't encourage you to take Fiddler plus Animal Tamer's Apprentice, because yeah, I think it pushed us into a path that wasn't very good. Yeah, because I would have said Overachiever for sure if I'd known that we weren't going to take Inventor when it came back, because I was thinking Inventor, and then you can build lots of major improvements, which is really nice.
Yeah, not the greatest power. I like how Animal Trainer has a 0 power.
0.8.
No, Animal Trainer.
Oh, Animal Trainer, yeah, because it's terrible, because it never gets played. And then Architect here, yeah. It's just like messy, it's just all over the place.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely no plows, no vegetables, no grains. Little animals.
Well, we could have had 2 more points if we had kept the grain that we took in round 1.
Yeah.
That was a bad move, too. That fact that we were in that position, that was really bad.
Yeah, and the driftwood over the stonehouse. Well, but I could have played better.
I mean, Driftwood is good. Problem with Driftwood is it doesn't work with your Fiddler, right? It destroys your Fiddler. Okay.
But I already destroyed my Fiddler.
Well, yeah, pretty much, yeah. And Stonehouse Extension. I think there's a much better game here that we missed out on.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Like 6 stone houses and getting Animal Tamer's Apprentice going. Yep. That's the dream. Bean field. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. No food. I mean, we didn't need food. I mean, we were good on food.
Well, so that's the thing. So I think that's where I think the turkey breeder was a mistake, because we didn't start to get food from those sheep until 3 harvests later, 2 harvests later. So we could have waited. Like, yeah.
Well, thanks for watching, everyone.
Yeah, we'll do another video maybe next week. I'm going to be away for a couple days, and then we're going on a vacation, but maybe before we go, we'll do one.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll maybe stream next week. I'll probably stream maybe Sunday or Monday or Tuesday. Probably one of those 3 days. And then maybe Nathan will be with me
Yeah,
on one of them.
not many people on this site right now. Guess it's late. It's time to go to bed.
Yeah.
Good night, everyone.
Hope you enjoyed this little video. We'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.